Okay. Jira. So what is Jira? So it's also a test management tool. Okay. So here we'll be, since this, it's a QA class, you may or may not always use tools. If you are using tools, this is the only, most and major important tool that you'll be using, that is test management tool. Okay, so if you are manual tester, okay, if you're automation tester, of course you'll be using more than one tool. Okay, you might be using, but if you're an ETL, then you'll be using a lot of things, not just tools. Okay, you'll be using this manual for I'm sorry, this test management tool only for reporting, creating defects and all those things. And you'll be using a lot more than that. You'll be using Unix, you'll be using SQL developer, you'll be using Toads, Autosys, a lot of things to come up for the ETL. But for a QA point of view, we keep it simple, so just different tools. Okay, so here let's talk about this Jira. Okay, so this is another tool. Okay, if you really, if you guys are really interested, I recommend to go through this tool, so that whenever put in your resume, so that the reason, right, why these many tools, I'm trying to explain, because whenever you put in, something in your resume, you need to justify that, right? Let's say somebody asks you, okay, so did you use this tool? So you can say that, you can confidently say that, yes, I did, we used to create, defects, we used to log into, we used to coordinate with the developers, we used to coordinate with a lot of team people, we just used to, open a lot of issues and a lot of defects, yeah, I'm comfortable with that, I've used this pretty much. So that's the confidence you need to get. When you see, the only way to get a confidence is just start using it. Okay, just start using it. Understand the key features. Understand the major, importance of this tool, and understand what you're trying to do. That's it. Okay, so here let's start. So we can compare with this with the Rally tool. It's a similar. Okay. Remember we used Rally, okay? So it's, both are similar tools, not same, okay? Both are test management. So, this is, you will not be using more than one, yeah, there may be probability of using more than one, but not really every time, okay? You'll be using only one tool. That is test management tool, either Riley or Jira or TFS or HPLM or Zephyr or whatever it is. Okay, it don't have to be. What I'm trying to say is, don't get used to this. Just understand the flow, and and just get used to the process. Okay, so here is thing. Whenever you log into Jira, so this is Jira. So by end of today, I'll be giving you access to this tool too. Good, you have access. Okay, access for two tools. One is Rally, one is this. Moving forward, I'll be able to give you access to one more tool. Let's try that. Okay, we'll be having a lot of things. Okay, so this in Jira. Again, what is Jira? Jira is test management tool. Okay, good. We know that. Now, this is the interface. Just get familiar with the dashboard. This is kind of dashboard. See this like we have in Rally, see this kind of dashboard thing. The similar way you have for Jira too. This is a little bit simple. It's not, you can add it. Just don't add anything, but just you can also change that. So once you get the access, you can have look into this dashboard. Okay. So yeah, so this is the dashboard. And the best part for this, Atlassian, Atlassian is the company who owns the Jira, right? So, okay, so these guys, look at this. You have this option here. Okay, good. Now, this is really good. That's what I like about this Jira is this is not just a test management tool. Okay, so this is not only just test management tool, but this is also, it also has a Confluence. So what exactly is this Confluence? So this is the shared point. Okay, so this is the shared point. So you know what? I'll be giving you homework today. About this Confluence. I'll be just. It's little bit. It's little complex. That. It's clear. It takes some time to understand what exactly. So what I'll do is I'll just directly give you the URL. Make sure you got the URL. Look at this. Some people have already written here. That's good. You know what? You need to also write something here. I'll just check if there's any possibility of writing. Okay. So once you click on this, see here you have two things here. Okay. So just to make this clear out, there are two things. What is that? One, you can handle the test management process. That is like we did in Rally, right? You remember? Just created test cases, executed test cases, reported defects. We have done all this. So the similar way you'll be doing here. The other thing what you also do is, what you didn't do in Rally is uploading your stuff, uploading a test plan or uploading test cases. Not really, you normally don't require the test cases to upload, but yeah, nevertheless, you can also do that. Upload test cases, test plan document, test strategy document, download a BRD business record. So all this will be there at some place where SharePoint, and this Confluence actually is helpful. Whatever you do, this download and upload, whatever you're trying to do. But remember, this is a part of Atlassian. That's part of Jira. So once you sign up, I mean to say is, if any client or if any at your workplaces, if they are using Jira, so that means they're also using Confluence. So, okay, normally that is the case. Okay, it's in the rare case where you don't use. Okay, so yeah, so my voice is a little bit low, so I'll be speaking a little louder. Okay, good. So here is the thing, right? So normally, so what I mean is, when you're working at a place. Okay, so let's say you're working in a workplace, or you're working at some client. Okay, so they will be having access to Confluence. Okay, so if you are using Jira, that means you are also using Confluence most of the time, if not always, most of the time, because it comes in the package. Whenever they want to buy something, Confluence is, you can include the Confluence, and it's it's a SharePoint, because when you're using test management tool, of course, you will be also using SharePoint. If you're not using Confluence, so you might be using some other SharePoint, Microsoft SharePoint or IBM SharePoint or some other third party, doesn't matter, whatever. But the point is you will be, of course, using SharePoint either way, either Confluence or not, doesn't matter, because you have to download BRD, you have to download architect document, you have to download reports. Lot of things will be there, because nobody is coming to you to give the documents. You need to go to them to request the documents, right? And once you get used to, you don't even have to do that. You just do online. You know where it is, where the project is. What project you're working. You know all those things. Once you get used to, you need to get access to it. Okay, so the only things. Okay, so this is the Confluence. So I'm not going more into detail into this. It's your homework part. Okay, let's quickly check if we can do something here. We just look around. So this is the Confluence. Okay. I know this is not very user-friendly, this Confluence. This is the hard part for me to understand. This Confluence has never been, user-friendly to me. Okay, rather they didn't made it, really user-friendly, because they have integrated those two things, right? So pretty much a little bit, confusing. But here you go. But you can just navigate through these documents. You see this. Once you go to this, how you go into Confluence here, let's say, you have this, home option. Once you click on this, you have two options here. See this apps? You see this apps, Jira and Confluence. Jira is completely different thing. Confluence is completely different thing. Nowhere related to each other. Jira is a test management tool. Confluence is a SharePoint. Okay, SharePoint is you are sharing with your team. Okay, so once I go into this, so this is Confluence, right? Now let's see if I, if I can navigate to this. Let's say if there is, so when this was never been easy, go to the file list, go to the name. Okay, so here you see, I mean, this is not really the project I'm looking on, but if I want to drop down any files or upload any files, I can do this, right? I mean, just click on this and just put your this plan document or whatever it is. Okay, you can do it right from here. Now, how do you go here? Let's again quickly go back and check here. It's really, even I didn't get how did I okay, I'm still not do. Okay, so let's see. Let's see. What? Just go to Jira once again. Okay, so this is the dashboard. Whenever you log in into it, this is the dashboard you get. And if you want to go to the SharePoint, go to this Confluence. That's a SharePoint. Once you go into it, here you look. You have this option here. But really, I'm actually interested in what project I'm working on, which project I'll be working on. So I'd like to browse here. So what I can do is, I can also create my own space here. See this, you can go ahead and create space and upload that. So, but for now, I'll not be doing that. No, that's not. Okay, so now go to the recently work on. Okay, and let's say if I want to click on this, and here you see this lot of options here. These are the various pages. Okay, that's being created. Go to Confluence for QA, February. And go to the file list. Once that means you're navigating the page, go to the file list where I'm supposed to, here you go. Once you do this, click on, you know what, you can also create your own file list. Okay, go ahead, if you want, go ahead and create your file list. Put your name, put a description. This is not really required. Once you do that, and click on that, and you can see here, you can upload here. Okay, so this is how you can upload documents. If you want to download, navigate that page here. Go ahead and click on. Let's say you're working on this project. Okay. Oops, this doesn't go. This isn't down. You know what? Let's quickly check what the URL I'm looking for. This is the URL. So let's say if I get a URL, that should be easy. So this will be the, okay, good. Now just you can go ahead and create your file in this URL. And so why this URL? So this is what the my project is all about. So that means I'm navigating into the project, and I want to create my name, and I can upload my document. So this is how you need to upload the document. Okay. I know that was confusing. Let's go again. Let's do this. Okay, once you go into this page, okay, we'll go back again to Jira. So whenever you log in into it, so this is the page you get. Okay, if you have that URL, that's good, and I'll send you that URL. That should be easy. Once you go through that, go to the Confluence. That's what we want to upload the document, and this really is not very helpful. But still, if you find that, it's good. But I go to the URL. Once I go to that URL, and I know this is what file list, and I can create my own list. Let's say create your name into this URL. Put your name. Once you do this, click on this, and oh, good. Some people have already done. Okay, so this is how you need to upload the document. Okay, here you can download it and make sure you guys do this. So for ease of convenience, I'll be giving you that URL. So you don't have to search which location is this. This is actually the location, right? But this is really not helpful to get to that location. So just you know what? Just go to this. This will be your URL, and click on this. Click on my name, or let's say if you want to create your name, go ahead. Do that. Um, put your name and put your description. What are you trying to do here? And once you do that, click on that name and upload your file. Okay. So that's how you can do this. So that's about the Confluence. Okay, any questions in Confluence? Okay, so let's move to the next topics. We'll be working on Jira today. Okay, so here's the best part. So here is, see this. You have a lot of options here. Go ahead and click on dashboard. Understand what the features is. So dashboard is normally, dashboard, right? I mean, just whenever you log in into it, it's kind of shortcuts where you want to see the shortcuts for, let's say if you're working on some project or some defects, you just click on this and you can. So it's normally all the shortcuts are shown in the dashboard. Okay, so this project, if you want to go to the project, you cannot create project. Project is created by Scrum Master. Yeah. So Scrum Master normally creates. So you don't have access because I've limited that access. Okay, for this user. So really, you cannot create a project at this point of time. But maybe you can try it. I mean, if you can do it, that's good. But really, you can't do that because it's not your job to create a project. So I've limited the access. Okay. Okay, so once you find out which project you're working on, let's say you have 2 projects, right? So let's go. This is okay. So this is more of agile. We just work on normal things. Okay, so let's figure it out. Which project you're working on? Okay, okay. So this is what a project. Okay, ooh, it's totally different. Okay, so here I know you can navigate the issues. Okay, issues and reports. You can do that. You can also do this from issues tab that is here. This, and you can just navigate your stuff from here too. And if you have boards, you can do that. Okay, so that's about this. Um, the dashboard and all this here. But so to make it simple, you don't even have to do that. Okay, you don't have to navigate all these projects, issues. It's really you need not worry on that. We'll make it simple. So for anything, let's say you are a tester. Let's say even if you're a developer, even if you're a product owner, even if you're a Scrum Master, to anything you just need to access one button here. And what is that? Create. Okay, so to create any test cases here, to create tasks, to create a bug, to create, you use only one button here, create. Okay, so that's a little bit simple. And once you figure it out which project it will be, okay, let's say we'll just keep the project as by default. Okay, and what kind of issue you're trying to raise? Is it an improvement? Is it a task? Or is it a new feature as a repeat? So new feature is normally opened by product owners, not as not tester, but task. Yes, we can do that. Task or bug. Okay, so we do this. 2 things. Okay. Let's try to create one. Okay, so let's try to do this. Okay, let's try to create task, and now I want to add some summary. Okay, to this. Now. So let's say if you're using this functional listing, now we want to put as functional listing. Okay. we want to add some description. You can add some description. Okay, I want to add testing all functional features. If you have some screenshot, go ahead. You can add to screenshot too. Okay, so here, okay, so this is a screenshot. Okay, so you can do that. Priority, let's keep, medium. That's good. If you want, you can change that too. Okay, and remember which project. If there's plenty of project, make sure which project you're working on. So this should, this directly will move into that project. Okay, so we'll just keep it that and click on create. Okay, good. So we have successfully created a task for our project, but where to locate? Now let's figure it out. So if we have this project here, okay, now, this is what you get, this interface. Let's go to quickly on the issues. Let's see how does that looks like. Okay, good. Now you are inside the project. Okay, so this is what the project, this is the project, and here you see this, option. If you notice this properly, right? There is a task. So this is called task. See this task? That should be done. And okay, so this is also test cases here. So we don't have the plugin here. If you have plugin, you can write the test cases in that. You can have a Zephyr plugin or something like that. Or you can do this, write test cases in Excel, or you can upload it here in either way. If there are not too many test cases, that should be good. Okay, so that's tick mark. You see this tick mark is actually the task. You see this white dot covered with a red box. That's bug. Okay, that's a bug. And feature. Okay, you cannot go to feature. So this is because that is a job of product owner, and you need to look into the feature because that is the user story. Okay, so that feature is actually the user story. So you look this green color, the plus icon with the green box. Click on this. Now you need to know some information here because this. Okay, good. This is the user story kind of. You have to take this because this is a feature request. You see this? Okay, and now you don't have options to change this. This is not your job. So this will be all disabled for you. But you can look into this. Okay, so good. We have this screenshot. It's good. We look into this. Okay, so this is what we'll be testing it. Okay. Now there's some description here. Test all the features in regression testing. So we are doing the regression testing part. Okay, and here you see this information. Okay, in progress. Who is the assignee? Who is the reporter? So, you can see this. But really, it's not your job to change anything. So okay, so here once you get our task, let's say this is our task, right? And I want to change it here, so I can do that. Okay, because this is a testing point of view. I can edit too. Go ahead and edit. And if you want to look at this, you get the same screen. And if you want to, okay, so here I can add more information. Remember, we didn't have that many options there where we used to add. But here you have a lot of information to put and that's good because it's always required that you put all the information. If you miss anything, that will go to the wrong team, wrong people, and that will create a lot of problems. So but always remember, put. So we'll just stick to labels. Original estimates. Remember that how much time will take this task. So we'll just put is in hours. That's 10. And how much remaining? If you are working on it, it's similar to what we did in Rally, right? If you want to go there and compare this, you can do that. Let's say, remember you have task here. Test run. Oh, maybe I'm missing something here. Okay, so you do have task. Oh, okay. This is not what I'm looking for. Okay, so either way, so you have this task to to add this. So once you add this task, you can change this status. Okay, um, once you define, you put some points. Remember these points. The same thing you'll be adding here. Okay, these points. And if you have attachment, make sure you put the attachment. Due dates. Due date is 26. We're not going beyond that. And linked issues, if there are any issues, if there are any clones, that means duplicate issues, triplicate issues, and all those things, you do this, okay? And if there is an issue, if you put that issue number, which issue or which you're trying to explain. So this actually gets linked with that issue. If that gets linked, that means you have you have to monitor two things. So if this is fixed, what is the status of that issue? If that is not fixed, what is the status of this issue? Okay. And assignee, of course, if you're working in a large team who wants to let's say you're only writing test cases, then you need to assign this to some QA guy, right? So in that case, you want to attach it, assign it. Okay, if there is any link for this, you can do this. Comments. Okay, so let's say you want to, give some information to the developer, or normally developer writes comments. Okay, tester is rare. If you're trying to say something like it's been tested, this issue is been open, it's like this issue is from 6 months and this was never fixed. Now it has to get fixed because it's been from more than 6 months. And all this comment section you can write it. Okay, and just put its update. Okay, good. Now we have successfully updated a task. Okay, so we have just updated a task, but you need to write test cases here. Okay. So in this case, what you can do is you can either write test cases separate, or what you can do in the task too. It doesn't matter, because here since we don't have that plugin, normally if you have this plugin, right, you can write this. This this plugin is really not working, and this is really, I don't even know how it's supposed to get linked with this. And so you know what? So if this was working, you would have written test cases in this, and it would have updated here itself. So that's okay. But really, that is not the case here. So it's not really working out. I don't know. Somehow I don't know how to use that. Okay. So once you do that, okay, we can write the test cases. So let's write the test cases. You know what? I'll be writing test cases in the task itself. That should be easy. So there are two things to remember: what is the actual, what is expected. Okay, so you can write the similar way what we have written. Okay, for GMO. Okay, so here it is. This. So let's say if you're using a different browser, last time you used Chrome, right? If you want to use this for Firefox, you can do that. Okay. And expected is um, okay. So this is how you can, you can write it from here because um, okay, you can, so as I told you, you don't need to exceed more than 20 test cases. Even if they are exceeding it, you need to talk to your boss or talk to your lead saying that no, we are like, um, we are putting more on test cases and really less on testing. So maybe we can, put into one test case or something like we can divide this. But always remember you should not supposed to write more than 20 test cases. Okay. So once you write this, let's say on online. So expected is here, online catalog page. Oops. Okay. So the similar way you can write this. So here, you can write here itself, or what you can do is another better way to do it. I think it's better to write it in Excel. If go ahead and let's say if you have this Excel, you can do that too. Okay. So you know what, this is all written in Excel. That should be good for you. And what you can do is once that is done, you can upload here. You see this option uploading, you can do that. But here, let's just for a we'll just write it here just pretty quick. Um, and click on place an order. Expected is page should be navigated to oops, place order option. Okay, somebody has any question? Okay, so somebody asked a question, right? Does the developer has to write description? Yeah. So here, developer. This is really, not a developer job to write. This is for because here writing, here you're writing your own test cases. This is testers' work. So developer is not supposed to interfere in this. So really, developer is not supposed to write anything here. Okay. So let's two of this. Oh, not 10 minutes. We need to have 10 hours. Okay. Okay. Now, either way you can attack this if you're really not comfortable in writing. I understand that it's not really good to write, in that, clog a lot of information there and create a lot of confusion. That's good. You don't have to write either. You know what? Once you write in Excel, upload it. That should be good, and whatever you need to do, you can just put it in. That is passed. You have the option to drag and drop here and click on this, and you can write some notes saying that please see the test cases. Okay. And click this update. Okay. So, here I have this option, and I also have this test cases. So if I want to download it and if I want to see what are the test cases again, I can see this. Okay. So this is how, you can write your own test case. Any questions so far? I mean, this is one way. This is one way of doing it, but not normally. You may have that plugin, just like we have this. If you have plugin, so you just write it there, and that's it will get updated here and shows. Okay, so this is the test cases. So that is one of the plugin you can use this. You can do that too. So here we'll just keep it simple. We just put all our test cases in Excel and uploaded it, and we made it as a task that to execute all the test cases that is included in Excel. Okay, so does it make sense? Okay, so that means whenever you need to execute it, just make sure you open it and change the status to pass. Just like you can see this. Okay, so this is the test case ID, serial number, description. You can directly update it here if if you're really interested. If it's a large test cases, put this as a filter, and you can view your all test cases here itself. Okay, and you can do this right from Excel. So this will be more easier part for you instead of writing and clogging all the information in this just as a simple task. And you said like 20 test cases. This will be very tedious work. You need to delete it. Some guy will delete it. Whole test case is done. I know that's a really really hard part. So that's the reason, right? It's good to have this in Excel and upload it and change it the status right from here. Upload it again. Okay. So that is another way of doing this when you won't have plugins and when you don't know what. You're not sure what to do with that. Okay, so this is how you write a test case in Jira. Okay, the one way of multiple ways. Okay, so if you have plugins, that's good. You write in plugin and that gets updated here itself. That's good. The second is upload in Excel. That should be good. Or if you want to put it right here, that's like I have done here. So you can do that too. Okay, so that's how. And you can change it, the priority, based on your what the priority is. Here we'll just keep it medium. So this is okay. And okay, good. So we have not successfully written test cases. Let's say we have successfully written test cases, and now let's say if you want to open a bug. Okay. Let's say you want to open a bug. You have opened issues. There's multiple ways you can do it right from here. When you click on here, create issue. Let's see what happens. Okay, so this is bug. No, just cancel it. Again, you can do it right from that one button, that is create button. Go ahead and click on that. And now this time, this is a bug. Okay. And you need to put that. But let's say we are give online. You can do that too, and you can write the same description here. So this is an example, okay? Okay, and again, screenshots, and screenshot. Never forget screenshot. At least to start with. Okay, so once you get experience, or you don't want to do that, that's up to you. Um, this was our first bug what we opened, right? And I'm trying to do that same thing. To use this paint. Either way, you can use just drag it and drop if you are interested. I'm doing a little bit long way. Or you can just use print screen works, just directly copy and paste. But here, just go to this, put it in. Okay. You just highlight this. Make sure what's the issue is. So here what I'm trying to say is shipping and handling. Okay. And this is a similar way what we have done. Okay, so here you have an option of attachment. Go ahead and click on that. Click on browse, desktop, to take effect. Okay, good. So it has updated. Maybe. Okay, so here in priority, you can change it whatever the priority and click on enter. Let's see what happens. Okay, good. Now you see this. Here you get you see this the way this Jira is organized, right? This is a project, and the project has issues, reports, releases, components, so on. And beside that, there are issues, user stories, epics, features, improvements, so on and so forth. Okay, a lot of things. So as I told you, you can navigate this based on this color identifier. You have this red color, that means that's a bug. White dot, covered with a red box, so that is a bug. And plus icon, the white plus icon covered with a green box is the feature, or feature request, or what improvement, feature request. And the task, tick mark with a blue box, that's the task. So this is how the color identifier. You can work on color identifier. You can see this, which is the issue. So let's say if I want to navigate this, so this is what it is. Okay, good. So this is updated. So you want to assign the owner of the defects. Oh, that was automatic. Okay, and you can look at this. Okay. Okay. Oh, maybe something happened. So this is what. Did I create this? Let's refresh. I'm missing something. And, there you go. That was not my defect. That was previous defect. This is what. Okay, you need to refresh. Okay, make sure you do refresh. because that was a previous defect, and I thought that is okay. So this is what we created right now. Okay, see this, there are two things. So when you go, so somebody asked a question. Okay, so somebody asked a question, so we need to configure it, or we need to do separately. So you're not doing any configuration part. That's not really your job. Your job is only to, creating issues, creating test cases, executing test cases. That's it. Configuration, if you find any issue, configuration issue, you need to check with your lead. Go ahead and make it a CM request, that is change management request, or any other request which is really required. They will configure it, because they have Jira admin team. There's Jira admin team. There is a lot of things going on. So if you have any issues with the Jira, or any issues with something which is not showing up, which I cannot, you have access issue, you need to first check with your lead, and then create, either you have to create, or lead will create for you, and then you have to go the configuration issue. Really, it's not your job to configure anything in here in this. Our job is just to, create test cases, execute the test cases, open defects. That's it. Any issues you find here, you need to check. Okay, check with lead first. Once lead will help you out. If there is an access issue or configuration issue, you need to open CR request, change request, or change management request, or whatever it is. There, from there they will take into it. If there is any issues with Jira, the Jira admin team will be taking into it. Okay. So here we don't have any issues here, so just don't worry about it. Okay, so you can edit too from here. Let's say if you want to edit. Okay, label. So this is really, we don't put it here. An environment, you want to add environment, let's say testing environment. Okay, attachment is already the due date. Of course, we are not going more than 26th. Linked issue, if there is any blog by it, or it's a duplicate, you put it here. Issue, there's any issue. Okay. Assign, whom did you assign with? Yeah, all this thing. Is there any appealing? And we can't update. Once you update it, this is to you, right? Okay, so this is the flow basically. So once you, oh good. This is in to do, right? This is to do. Change it to in progress. Okay, good. So now I'll change this issue to in progress. So again, this is the same thing. Okay. So this is a similar thing. What you used to do in the rally. See this, whenever you open this bug, it has to be in submitted, not submitted status, but in the open status. So that's what it means. To do means is submission status, and in progress is, you're working on it. So once it gets fixed and developer changes, it will be in review. And once it's done, you need to change this done. So this is basically the change of status. Okay. Somebody asked a question. So what's the difference between duplicate and clone? Okay. So duplicate happens. See, when the duplicate happens is like whenever you're working on some issue. Okay. So you open an issue, right? You open an issue, but thing is the other team actually opened the same issue. That's a duplicate. Okay. Okay. So the other team actually was working on, but the two things are a little bit different. They use their own language, used our own language. That's a duplicate. And the clone is something which is done twice. The same thing which is done twice. Okay. So normally, it's like, you use this one, okay, and again you use this one. So you are using the two bugs, but really that's not, we don't normally have the kind of things. I'm not sure why it's being displayed here. Let's quickly check again. So this is what duplicate and clone, right? Let's quickly check. Okay. Okay. Here you go. So here you want to, so let's say if it is blocked, so you want to see which issue is blocked. Sometimes these defects get blocked, right? Just like you have this rally, in the rally you have blocked, you can also add this. It's clone. If there is any clone, that means similar thing which is open and it's clones to this issue. That means when this thing happens is normally, let's say there is a defect which was open 2 years back. 2 years back, this is a long time, okay? But the same issue showed up, and so that's why you want to clone that issue. So because this is, cloned by. So this normally when you want to open dual things, 2-3 things at once. So that's what you want to do. Clone. Duplicate is something sometimes which is open, which is open from the other team, UAT team. Let's say you are working with the UAT team, those guys open a similar issue, and you want to duplicate this issue or duplicate it to by this, you can write. So that's here. We just put it line text. So that's the reason you use. So this is how you can create tasks, test cases. You can either add test cases in the task itself, or add upload the Excel sheet, just like we did here. Remember? No, just you can do this. This would be a little bit easier, and upload it and add it into the task so that it's easy that you're actually working on it, and you can do that too. And this is how you can open the defect. So here, so anything whatever you're trying to do is just one button. That's create. All things is open right from only one button. That's the best part in the Jira. You don't have to look around with which project, which which user story, which test case. Nothing is. So this Jira is more useful for a small projects. Small projects, 1 or 2 projects. That's good. A rally is really for big projects. So a lot of people are working. A lot of things are happening. 1 project, 2 projects, interlinked project. Dependent project, independent project, a lot of things. So that's what you use rally. But Jira, simple project, small company, is using good, so they don't have a lot of issues, a lot of things. So this is good. Okay, so that's what this is better because simple. This is simple, right? I mean, you go into this project and this is the issue. That's it, done. So that's how it is. And so let's say you're done with the issue. Okay, let's say this is my issue and I'm done with this issue. Okay, so what I do is go click on this. Oops, in progress, not really. Go to this and click on, okay, so this is one review. That means developer has changed into review, and once it is good, it comes back to you in the in review status. So that's your rechecking it and see if this is, and you click on done. That means this is done. So what happens, right? Really, once it is done, okay, that is no more there in the the project. Let's say project issues. So see this, that's gone. That's really gone. That was the bug was IATF-7. This is the old one. Okay, so that issue moves away from this project. Why it is moved? Of course, you want to make space for other two, right? You cannot clog a lot of things here itself. So let's move. So if you are interested to finding that issue back again, what you can do is since it's gone, it's gone. I mean, that's no more in the project, and you forgot it. It's really gone. Go to the issue section and go just navigate this. Navigate here in issue and see my issues, my open issues. Look into this And you know, once you go to that, okay, and now you have this lot of option here: reported issue, all issues, open issue, done issues. And now I want to see what are the done issues, what I have to. Oh, here you go. So I found my issues. Okay, so this is what I was there. You know, that's what I clicked on done. So that completely moved out of the project, out of the thing, and but I can figure it out. Okay, so this is the issue I opened. So what was the issue number? Was IATTFF-7. So now I can see this, and I can, if I have to open it back again, I can do that. If I want to open it, you know, go in progress, and this again shifts back to that project, because now you don't have that issue here, because once it's done, it's moved out of the project. Anything, you know, you can close almost anything. Let's say even if I have, let's quickly check here once again. You know, if I worked on this task and this is done, click on this workflow and done. Okay, and you know what? Just refresh it again. You know, so okay, in there. Go to this project back again. This is that's gone. You know, because that's done. Once it's done, it's no more in the project, so you cannot find really that issue. So if you want to find that again, you know, go to the issue section, my open issues, and you know what, done issues. Go ahead and click on done issues, and here you find my. This is my Excel sheet. Remember? Okay. So this is what, you know. These are the done issues. Okay, so this you are really not able to find in the project section, because project section only contains the active information what you're trying to do. Is it a test case? Is it a task? Is it a user story? Is it a feature? Is it an epic? Whatever is there, it's there until review process. Once this is done, it's done. That means this will be moved into done feature. Okay, so that's how, you know, you can, so that helps to, you know, not to clog a lot of information here and, you know, just get confused with done issues and undone issues. So that's you know, one of the good thing here, okay, in this Jira action. Okay, so that's all about it. I'll be giving you access for this. Okay, go ahead and, you know, this is a little bit complex. I mean, not that user friendly that than Rally, but then, you know, you're okay to use it. You know, create your own user stories. You know, just don't delete it. If you forget something, forget it. Don't delete it. You know, if you made it by mistake, leave it. You know, later I can check it back and we can do something. Don't delete anything. And you know, you can create your own issues. Remember, only one button to create any issue: task, test cases, epic, features, user stories, whatever you want. One button, all that you need to get it here, and once it's done, create it, and that's automatically goes into this project. Okay, so here you also have for there's two projects. One is a little bit more on let's see. This is more onto agile. Okay, this is if you are working on sprint 1, sprint 2, sprint 3. You know, you can work on this. So really, I mean, I'm really not using this, so that's why this is empty. But you can go ahead and, you know, use this this project. So that's a little bit, you know, not agile perspective, but you know, it's really a little bit on the project perspective. Okay, any questions so far? Okay, so anything what you're doing, just one button always. You can go ahead and click on this and choose your project here and what type of issue and put the summary. Simple. And whatever you want to change it, make sure go to the project, you know, and here you find your issue. Okay, so yeah, somebody asked, right, which version is this? That's a very good question. This is, let's see. So this is normally on, this is, this is, what do you call it? Cloud version of Jira. Okay, so let's really check here. Okay, good. Here you go. Jira version 1000.910.0. Does it make sense? I mean, there's so many versions. So this is a cloud version. Whatever it is, it's a cloud version. Okay, so I mean, you can check it here, right here, if you want. That's about Jira, and you get this version 1000.910.0, and this other version too. So this is the desk application. We are working on cloud version. So whatever it said, it's in the cloud. So that's the version of this. Yes. Okay. Any more questions? Oh, that's a very good question. Yeah, somebody asked like, what about the reports? Oh, that's good. I completely lost on that. Okay, so go ahead and click on this reports. You have this reports. Here you may not have that so convenient like you have in Rally, but I guess you can even generate reports here. Okay. You have this option. You can generate this report. Click on next. I've not used this one. Oh, good. You also have a report. Okay, great. So here you can also generate reports. How do you do this? Again, go to the project section, go which project you're working on. Okay, and there is also a third-party plugin here, like in Hip Test, but really, just don't worry about these plugins because Jira is more on the plugins. Whatever plugins they put, third-party, we will keep on adding plugins, and you can generate reports. But they have their own reports here, so you can go ahead and click on this, and you can generate reports. Okay, good. How many issues here? So this is normally for small teams. So somebody asked, right? So can we customize this report? I guess yeah. Look at this configure. Not that flexible. You can customize here. You have this option, but not really that flexible than Rally. Rally you can create your own reports altogether, right? You can sort it out with your own data. You have your own data, put it that, and that's so good. Now you really don't have here. You have this limited amount of options here. You can only generate reports based on what actually here. So this is for small projects again. Where really people are not bothered about the customization of reports. So just simple reports. So that's the reason. So to answer your question, can we customize this report? Yes, but not as flexible as Rally. Okay. Okay. So somebody asked, will I give access to this? Yes. By today, let's really quickly check. Let me check. Okay, good. I'll be giving you access. Okay. So you can work on it. Okay. And yeah, you can generate reports too. That's really good. Somebody asked that good question. That was completely out of my mind. Yeah, so to generate it, you need to go to the project and select the project, and you have this option, right? Reports. Go ahead and click on reports. Okay. Any more questions?
Yes, I have one question. So while generating reports, which form of pattern do we use? Which pattern is more popular among the testers? Is it a pie chart or I know I see different things. So which one is the
So
more common?
normally it's yeah, since there is no customization here, so yeah, it will depend on bar graph. So normally bar graph, since we don't have much of option here, but what you also have is a pie chart too. So you can generate based on whatever option they have here by Jira. So normally
So it's
bar chart would do, because most of the time they use bar chart.
okay.
Okay, but here you have 3 to 4 options: pie chart, bar chart, and
And the release is like the version they are working on right now. I mean, like in Agile, they do releases, right? So I mean,
right.
what about that?
Yeah, so that is it's kind of sprint, which sprint one, sprint
Hmm.
two, sprint three. So that's kind of release.
Okay.
So if I look here, so cannot add any releases here, but yeah, I mean, so you can even add releases, but yeah, so release is more related to um, sprints, sprint one, sprint two, sprint three, so on.
So it's basically the Scrum Master who works on that, or the
Right,
QA?
exactly. The Scrum Master is actually, will be working on this
Oh,
issue.
okay.
Yeah, issues. We will be working QA analyst or QA tester, leads even to work on that. Reports is more for a senior QA. Okay,
Okay.
QA leads and all those releases. Scrum Master managers. Okay, components is normally not. Maybe we'll not even have access to this because admin job.
Okay.
Okay. So it's classified basically more on access point of view. So whoever have access to those particular modules. Yeah, this is yeah. I mean, it's a little bit complex, but it's for design for small projects, not for big. If you're going big, better to use Rally. Any more questions? Okay, if no one has any questions, can we close this class for today? So Monday, so you guys have homework. Remember Monday? Monday, yeah. Monday and Tuesday, 2 homeworks is due. Make sure you guys do it. So yeah, we'll just yeah, we'll see you on Monday. Okay. Thank you guys.